Cravers, and welcome back to Little Cravings. In today's recipe, we're going to have a little bit of an adventure. In my last video, when I was cooking for my NHS fussy gal friend, we made a jambalaya and I used chicken thighs. I usually use chicken thighs because they have more fats, so I find that they don't dry up as quickly. And you can cook them for longer and they have more flavor. I am aware that from a dietary point of view, chicken breast is healthier, but I just find that it dries up very quickly. This weekend, I had the opportunity of being taken out by my husband to a really lovely restaurant. My dish was chicken breast. The chef cooked it to perfection. So of course I had to ask, how did he do that? And off goes the waitress, asks him, comes back with the answer, sous vide. Have you ever heard of sous vide? I have, because I love cooking. So I try to find out about any apparatus that's out there that will aid me with cooking. Sous vide is actually the process of vacuum packing your food and then cooking it in a water bath. So today, I am going to try to make chicken breast with tarragon. I'm going to cook it at 65 degrees Celsius for 1 hour. I only have 4 ingredients. I have my chicken breast. I went to a friend's garden and got some tarragon. I love chicken and tarragon. I have some butter and a very tiny little bit of salt. Sprinkle salt over my chicken, and I'm going to lay my chicken breasts into my bag. 2 breasts per bag. I'm going to put about 10 grams of butter on each bag, just so that I can have some lubrication. I'm doing everything I can so that I can have moist chicken breast. And then I'm going to put a few leaves of tarragon on top of the chicken and vacuum seal it. And look, it's all completely sealed, nowhere to go. You can see all vacuumed pack. You can see the tarragon, my butter, no air, perfect. So let's just finish doing the other one. I'm waiting for my machine to get to 65 degrees, it's 56 degrees, before I put my chicken in. In the meantime, it's really hot. I'm gonna put my chicken in the fridge until this reaches the correct temperature. If you don't have a vacuum sealing machine, which I don't expect anybody to have or many people to have, what you can do is you fill a sink with water and you get some of those food safe bags. You put your food in the bag, you seal most of the top and leave a little bit open. Then you start submerging your bag, and what happens is as you submerge your bag, the air comes out, and once your bag is like submerged almost all the way to the top and all of the air is out, then you close it and then take it out of the water. So you don't need this machine, you don't need my other machine, you can do this. If you really want to find a way to have really tender and perfectly cooked meats, it's worth a try. It's worth a try doing before you invest. I mean, these machines are going down in price because more and more home cooks are using them. But you can try in your oven and see how it goes. Do your research. There are loads of ways of doing this. All right, so it's been an hour and my chicken is done. I'm gonna take it out so that you can see it. Okay, I'm gonna transfer it to a plate. Fantastic because it feels tender without feeling gelatinous. Okay, so I'm gonna now open the bag and see how they came out. Ooh, you can really smell the herbs. Tarragon is quite strong on the nose. So I'm going to put my chicken aside and start working on making a sauce. I'm going to pan fry it just to give it a little bit of color, and the accompaniments. I'll serve it, we'll try it, and I'll let you know how it came out and if my experiment finally worked out. Be right back. To accompany my sous vide chicken, I've decided to make some glazed carrots. I have some thick batons of my carrots. I put some thyme, some lemon thyme, and some butter, and season it with a little bit of salt. Then I'm going to take it and saute it for a minute or two. Starch is going to be sauteed potatoes. I parboil some potatoes which I cubed for about 5 minutes. Then I melted some butter along with a little bit of oil and just put my potatoes in. I'm sauteing them and just gently shaking them so that they won't stick. Just make sure when you're doing those sauteed potatoes that when you put them in at the beginning, let a crust form at the bottom so that they won't stick, and then you can sort of start moving them. Make sure to turn them very delicately because you don't want them to get all mushy. You want them to keep some of the shape. So that's gonna go along with the chicken and the carrots. I am going to now saute my chicken to give it a bit of color. After I do that, I'm gonna take it out. I'm going to saute some shallots, which I've had in my freezer. I bought a bunch of shallots a while back, chopped them really finely, and then put them in a jar and put them in the freezer. And I pull them out and use them, and it's fantastic. So I'm going to saute that. Once that's sauteed, I am going to put a bit of white wine, my tarragon, and some cream, and then put my chicken back in, serve it, come and try it with you, and let's see what you think. The moment of truth. This looks delicious. I'm gonna cut my chicken, cooked all the way through, no problems with that. Some people are a bit wary about cooking sous vide because of that. Not a problem. Dios mío. Oh, if I had a hat, it would be hats off. Absolutely incredible. Excuse the lighting, it's a bit dark now. It's the end of the day. Anyways, the chicken is succulent and it's just tender. It has structure, but it's tender. Succulent, that sauce. Oh, and the tarragon didn't overwhelm it. It was just, you can taste the tarragon, but it's just sort of the right level of tarragon. And on top of that, you have that creamy layer with some tarragon as well. Really lovely. Oh, that's so nice. The glazed carrots are just perfect. They're done. They're not mushy. They're done to perfection. They still have a little bit of bite in the center. And then that lemon thyme really comes through. Oh my Lord, hold on. For sauteed potatoes. It's gorgeous because sauteed potatoes taste starchy. So you're tasting potato, you know? That's the best way I can explain it to you. I don't know how to explain it to you. But this is so good. If you have a sous vide, don't put it in the back of a cupboard. Use it. And this is a great recipe to use it. Please come back. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share. All the recipes are in the description box below. I am dying to get to 200 subscribers, and I will see you next time. Love ya! All right, Cravers, so I've gotten my sous vide out, and I am getting it to heat up to 65 degrees so that I can cook my chicken. Let's see if it works. It'll be cooking for 1 hour. Once it gets to 72 degrees, it'll start the countdown.